Hello there everyone, and welcome to Chemistry Vases layering guide video. First up, I have a piece of white cardstock and I'm taking the largest of the test tubes, and this is the shadow part. So this is number 1 of the layering, and for this layer here I will be using the limestone ink to add in that lightest shadow there. So I'm just going to pop that into place onto my cardstock and press that down so that the ink transfers to the cardstock. So once that's done, I can take the second layer for this test tube and I'm just going to pop that into place over the one that we've just stamped. I can then pick that up with a large block and I'm going to ink this one up. This time I'm going to be using the Industrial Diamond ink. So this is a darker shade of grey. It's nearly kind of black, but it's not quite there yet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that back into place over where we've picked it up from and then press that down again, transferring that ink from this stamp to the cardstock below. Once that's done, I'm going to take the smaller test tube and I'm going to take the base layer for this one. As before, I'm going to be using the limestone ink to add the colour to this one. So I'm just going to pop that into place onto my cardstock and then press that down. I'm going to take the second layer for this one and I am going to pop that into place over the one that we've just stamped. Again, as before, I'll be using the Industrial Diamond ink to add ink to the stamp. Once that's nicely inked up, I can pick that up and then pop that back into place on the other one. It's just going to fit exactly into place onto the one we've stamped before. I can then take the little beaker that we have in the stamp set. I'll be using the same inks. So for the base layer for this one, I will be using the limestone to add the ink to this layer. So once I've inked the stamp up, I can pick it up and then stamp that down onto my cardstock. Once that's done, I'm going to take the second layer for the little beaker that we have, pop that into place over the one that we've just previously stamped. And I'll be using the same colour as before to add in the second layer, and that is the Industrial Diamond ink. So I'm just going to pop that back into place over the one that we've just stamped and stamp that down. I'm then going to take the little tweezers that we have, and for this layer here I will be using the limestone ink to stamp those into place. This is a beautiful soft grey colour. So once that has been done, I can then take the stencil, and this is going to add the liquid inside the test tubes. So I've just popped the larger test tube into place, and I am just going to ink through the stencil using the puffy heart ink. I can then slide that stencil down and add in the top part of the liquid just using some of the purple wine ink. I'm going to use exactly the same colours for this other test tube, so I'm going to add all of the liquid in with the puffy heart, move the stencil down, add the top of the liquid using the purple wine ink. Again, for this beaker here, the little conical flask, I will be using the same colours. So I'm going to be using the puffy heart for the large base kind of liquid that we have there. Move that stencil down to add in the top part of the liquid to make it look 3D, and again with the purple wine for that. We can then add the shadow onto the little tweezers that we have here. So I'm just going to pop that into place just under what we've stamped and then go through the stencil using the Industrial Diamond ink. And that is all of the layering complete. We really do hope this video helps. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.